beyond. I better change that.
How much gold are you supposed to have?
I got a fair bit. I mean, you can check my sheet if you're curious. But
I mean, I would check your sheet, but apparently it says 0 on it.
well, I mean, I manage it on the.
Okay, all right. I mean, as long as you know, and I can look at something and say, okay, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just updated it now.
Okay. So I have a serious question for you guys. You know, I'm just going to ambush you here real quick.
Do it.
Normally, on most of my shows, I'm a little bit more descriptive about characters, but for this show, I specifically kind of leave things as open to interpretation as possible to see what you guys come up with. But someone pointed out to me, maybe that's not fair to you guys. Maybe you should be getting the whole AP gaming experience rather than just me copping out. So, have you had an issue with how I describe things so far? Because, I mean, you guys come up with stuff. Who is it? Oh, who are we drawing right here? Is this a Fanged Drow?
Yeah, Fanged Drow. Of course, they all got fangs. All 4 of them.
Done this to yourself, AP.
It's very like.
It was the best thing ever, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, I think they're a nice. They're a nice compromise. You know, they're not too vampire-like or anything like that, but they're kind of like they're ready to bite you, ready to nibbling. Fangs.
Yeah, exactly. 100% the zone that you want to be in.
Yeah.
The nibbling zone.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, I like the way you're working now, but I mean, I think descriptions are good too because they kind of give us a direction to go in.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out here, free form. What do you guys feel?
I could go with more description.
Okay, all right.
Saves me doing a lot of the grunt work at the beginning.
The thinking part we leave to you, AP.
Yeah.
I can tell you who you don't leave it to. That's Mortrick.
Hey, he's in the library right now. He's doing all the thinking.
What could go wrong?
He's in the library.
Yeah, but he's not going to write anything down. So when I get back to you guys, I'm going to have to roll an intelligence check to see what I remember.
Jesus.
Hey, Shep, just real quick. I think you're like eating soup or something. It might be coming from you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, can you just mute your mic while you're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're not talking? All right, excellent. When we come back, Runa.
Yes.
You find yourself in a kind of warm, dark emptiness that feels very comfortable to you, very familiar. Even though there's nothing in any direction, you feel like this place is home. And then you get images. Orcs walking halls. Dwarves crumbling to dust, and their skeletal bones walking through the same halls. Some sort of shadowy giant figure roaming these very same halls. And that's when it becomes apparent to you that the scale of this hall is very massive. The ceilings in here must be 30, 40, 50 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is lit by a dim flow of lava. And then you see eyes staring out of this darkness behind you. You turn, sensing them there. And there is motion. You can't see it, but you can feel it. You can sense it. That something in this darkness is walking through the practice movements of monks of the Way of the Open Palm. And it is behind you making these motions. What do you do?
I would take up a defensive stance and then say quietly, "Who's there? Show yourself, or be prepared to defend yourself."
There is a reply, but you don't understand it. It is a growl, almost like gravel. It reminds you a bit of the Zorn in the way it speaks, but it's more like an avalanche that talks. Urush Nakal Zanach, Hall of the Underthane. Zerush. And you realize it's completed its cycle of motion. And then it begins going through all of the stances again.
But it doesn't advance at all.
It does not.
I'll take a step forward.
As you do, the light behind you, this image of this place where orcs march and dwarves crumble to dust, becomes dimmer and dimmer immediately. You can feel the air of this thing practicing, moving past your head.
Can I imitate the steps that it's taking?
Yeah, you can mirror it.
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror it.
All right. Yeah, make a dexterity check. Athletics.
Skills, athletics.
Yeah, sorry, it would actually be strength, but athletics. Okay. Yeah, 21. Okay. Yeah, you don't just mirror it. You match it perfectly in time. As it performs a move, you perform the same move, but from the opposite direction. And you clash with something that feels like solid stone. You can't see anything there except for the two eyes, but you keep hitting solid stone, and as you do, you absorb something from it. It's transferring energy to you, and in the process, you realize it's trying to teach you more about the way of the open palm. Things that you would only be able to learn at home, things you can't learn away from home because you are a monk without a master. It is teaching you, and it says, Zerush, Hall of the Underthane. Zerush.
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 For a brief moment, you look down, and your arms are no longer rocky and protruding. They're no longer what you have come to expect of yourself, but they're fully half-working. They're as you remember yourself being. And that's when you wake up.
Like, look down at my arms. Are they the same as they were?
They are.
Just kind of take a moment and go towards my water skin and just like splash water on my face really quick.
Yeah. Your whole body feels like you have been, working out and exercising for a little while. You've got like a light sweat going on.
Right. I don't know what to do there.
All right. We cut back to Mortrick. So you are sitting at one of the overlookings that leads to the lower levels with your legs hanging over it. And this young woman is sitting beside you, and she says, and that's when I said, apple.
That's hilarious.
So she pulls out the next book and says, this is the same tale about Demon Lord, but is told as if it is comedy.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
Yes.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, so she's just, she starts going through it and tells a tale. The four heroes come together and they meet up with a fifth hero along the way, and each of them gains some power from the gods or the spirits of the land. It changes in every tale. And along the way, they overcome challenges. Usually the fifth guy, Hollow, is the one causing the problems, and everyone's like, ha ha, oh, Hollow, you just made things more amusing for us. Mortrick, it's actually really painful reading this because a lot of the situations kind of echo the way you feel the rest of your party treats you sometimes. You're like, yeah, Mercia Ravenavra sounds a lot like Runa, actually.
But like, I don't know if I like this one so much. Is there a different version we can listen to?
Yes. But this is the 5th one we've gone through. They all tell the same story.
They all have, a slightly different nugget of truth. Like if we just want to take a whole stack of these back to the desk, I will be happy to just, read silently when possible while, you do, while you continue to work. And then, if I come across a version where I can't read it, then I'll ask for help.
The thing is, I am worried about you. You are like crab.
Crab?
Yes. Sorry. What do they call them on surface? Hound.
Dog?
Yes. Yes, you are like dog. If I leave you alone, you will fall over and die.
I don't think that's 100% true, but
you will soil the library, leaving books scattered everywhere.
Right. So I'll just take a stack back to the desk and then just read next to you in companionable silence for as long as possible.
Yes, I don't want to let you out of my sight. You are, as I say, like crab.
Like, yeah, right. So let's go get a stack of books. I'll follow you back to the desk and we'll just hang out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab just like a ridiculous amount of like versions of this story and take them all back. Like my plan is to just like read until someone in the group comes for me or I pass out at the desk.
Kazador is the only one who knows where you are. All right. Meanwhile, Kazador and Rik-Jaxx, you're with Argon Karaka. So Argon like waves the bartender Glow over and is just like, okay, all right, look, my friends here, they want to try the raspberry. And Glow's like, oh, he might be a dwarf, but I don't know if he's ready for the raspberry.
Give him the raspberry.
Either
are you sure?
Raspberry, or I'm going to do another hammer demonstration for him.
Cool. It's just like, you do another hammer demonstration, I'm calling the Securitat.
hey, just a joke,
All right. I'll give each of you, except for you, Argon, you've already had one. I'll give the two of you one raspberry on the house.
Oh, thank you, sir.
First one's free.
Yeah. So, he sets out a bottle of dwarven whiskey that has a bunch of cran raisins into it, and he pours out a shot for each of you, which ends up with exactly 3 cran raisins floating into it. He says, these have been kegged for about 120 years in vanilla oak. Got a whole blend of medicinal herbs and also some spices and seasoning, but it's all about the cran raisins. That's why we call it the raspberry.
Gorgeous.
It will be incredibly smooth and also extremely concentrated.
All right, Kaz, you're up. You love your liquor, don't you?
I grab it, down it, and then turn it upside down on the table.
As soon as it hits your tongue, your whole body wants to shrivel up. It is incredibly sour. It's just super juicy cran raisins that are all of the good juice has been replaced by whiskey.
I'm not sure if I tasted cran raisins, but I mean, I don't like it too sweet, and that wasn't too sweet at all.
Okay.
Rik-Jaxx will take a sip, but I'm not going to down the whole shot.
All right. Yeah. You take a sip. It's got some intense flavor going on.
I envy you, Kaz. You're amazing. Do you want my shot, Kaz?
We'll have you drink it like that soon enough. Don't worry, Rik-Jaxx. I think that'll put some hair in your chest. Why don't you go for it?
Deep gnomes don't have hair on their chest.
Some of the deep gnomes I know do.
I mean, you can't speak for all deep gnomes.
Yeah, okay, all right. I have my drink here. I'll sip it as we go. So I want to ask, Argon, so you kind of didn't answer our question before, so I'm going to ask again. Have you confronted shadow spinners?
Oh, yeah. Quite a lot of them.
Quite a lot. How many?
I'd say I've survived encounters at least a dozen times. Sometimes I leave
impressive.
1 dead, sometimes I leave 5 dead.
That's very impressive. And you are against Shadow Spinner, obviously.
Well,
Wow.
I am against whoever you pay me to be against, huh?
I see. Yeah, I see.
You know how it is in this line of work. You can't afford to have political affiliations. Everything is about financial motivation.
So have you heard anything like are the Shadow Spinners causing issues now?
Yes. Yes, the shadow spinners are always causing trouble. It's a glorious adventure, you know? Everyone in the town gets together and says, yeah, we are young and strong, we cannot die. Let's go kill the shadow spinners. And the shadow spinners do the same. Then all of the children are dead, and do that for 25 years, and that's all we get here. If only they were as young and strong and unkillable as I am. Huh? Then we would be in a better place, but that would be much poorer.
All right. So I look at Kaz. Kaz, what do you want to do now?
Do I pass the interview? Am I good?
Oh, well, we have some friends we'd have to talk to first.
You have other members of adventuring party.
Yes, we do, yes.
I thought it was just the 2 of you. How are you gonna... I can't join an adventuring party with too many people in it. That's not how it's done.
It's true.
You have too many people, the treasure gets divided down, someone hears you coming, stealth is impossible, you can't ambush anybody. You take that step from adventuring party to like mercenary squadron. That's not where you want to be at. No one wants to be in a mercenary squadron. They have a very high fatality rate.
Well, I mean, we haven't died yet, so we're doing all right.
Technically, we've kind of died. Down to 0.
You look like a guy who's died at least once, Kazador.
I mean, I've
2
died
failed saves.
A coward dies many times.
I mean, I just want to remind you, you did have your soul ripped from your body.
Yeah, that's not. I mean,
That is technically death.
Technically.
only the best, but that's only technically. No one cares about technically.
It's only allegedly dead in that case.
He's mostly dead, which still means slightly alive.
So, Argon, have you ever gone on a patrol around here, or done what?
Oh, so when you say that, he like rubs his belly and he's like, "Yeah, I've done a lot of patrols around here."
Yeah. What have you encountered on patrols?
Spiders, riders, drow, bandits, dwarves, crazy dwarves, Darrow, elementals, undead. I mean, lots of undead, like zombie. Once I met a tiny creature that was just an eyeball and wings.
I think I've heard of one of those.
Once I saw a beholder. I wanted to fight it, but the rest of the party was like, "Oh, no, we can't fight a beholder," and I was like, "Oh, I bet you it has so much treasure. I mean, I bet you it just has like a infinite treasure. I bet you we will kill it and nothing but gold will come out." And they're like, "Oh no, it's too strong. It's literally impossible to defeat one."
Yeah,
and I was like, if that's true, where do beholder zombies come from? If you can't beat the beholder, why do they have zombies of them? They didn't have anything for that, but they got me to not fight it. It was a very sad time for me.
let other people try and convince you to do the wrong thing. You should have taken on the Beholder.
Oh, but I can't do it alone. I don't think I can beat Beholder alone.
Yeah. They're holding you back, huh?
Yeah, you know, I think I can kill Wizard alone. You know, they are very weak. You just throw axe at them, and they die. Sometimes you have to run up and pull axe out and hit them a few more times, but it's usually fine. Rogues, easy to kill. Bards, really anything less than like fighters, rangers, monks, pretty easy to kill. Sometimes warlocks, especially like blade warlocks, can be challenged. Shadow spinner warlocks, not so much. They die pretty easily. Oh, what else have I fought? Alpaca? You laugh. You have never seen the blood alpaca of the Underdark. Someone led a bunch of alpaca down one year, and then they got lost. They went crazy, and their fur turned red. And now there are dozens and dozens and dozens of blood alpaca. They are cannibals. Crazed. They attack anything, even their own children.
We'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay, look, sometimes I tell drunk people false tale in order to make funny time. This is not that time.
Well, regarding the blood spinners, shadow spinners.
You're very fascinated about the shadow spinners, my friend. Do you want to join them or something? That's a very uncomfortable situation we're having here.
No, I want to kill.
Asking about them.
I do take a political affiliation against them.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
Oh, I say so.
You know, if you love
so I
them
just
so
want to
much,
know how best to kill them. I'm a little bit worried.
Oh, I mean, if you
their enchantments.
It's just like, if you want to know how best to kill them, the drow heart is on the left-hand side of the body, not the right.
That is interesting.
Thanks. Good information to know.
Yes, we also have higher body temperatures. I am told it is because the fires in our belly runs hotter. I assume it's just because we are mad sexy.
I've seen both examples earlier today, and it is quite impressive.
Yes, our sexiness is impressive. Our entire race is physically attractive. I don't know how we do it.
Yeah. Coming from a dwarf, it's a very different story.
I'm sure you are very handsome for a dwarf.
Well, I mean,
you look like you have had enough things broken to make you more attractive.
I certainly have been broken down.
Yeah, my aunts always said, you know, you need to get enough scars to look good.
They help. They help mask.
You just have to get them in the right places.
Rik-Jaxx, what do you say we head back?
I'm okay with that.
All right, look, if you ever need third member, I will try to be here, but maybe I get to another adventuring party, okay? There's always someone wandering around wanting to kill something. Someone wants to deliver a package. End of the world.
We will keep you in mind, Argon. Thank you.
All right. Argon Karaka. That's the name you need to keep in your head.
Okay. I have it written down.
When did you have time to write it down?
I mean, between drinks. What else? Between
okay.
drinks and courses.
All right.
All right.
So let's all head back and regroup.
Let me ask, Kazador, when do you go to find Mortrick?
How long has it been?
Like less than an hour.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna. Kaz wouldn't necessarily assume that he would have gone missing in that hour.
Do you go to sleep and when you wake up and Mortrick's not there?
I mean,
that's my plan.
I'd probably head back to.
Is to overnight at the
the
library.
reasonable thing to do would be to go back to Rik-Jaxx's estate, see that he's not there, and then conference and decide what should we do from there. I mean, he might be in trouble, fellas. What do you guys?
Runa's asleep upstairs.
Yeah, I'm talking to. Okay, He might be in trouble, Rik-Jaxx. What do you think?
Well, he did kind of go off on his own and told you to leave him alone, right?
It's true. Yeah, I mean, maybe we should just let him be.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Take care of himself.
Yeah, I think I need to refresh and rest up because I'll be honest, I'm kind of fatigued today, so I need to refresh.
Yeah, I mean, but if he doesn't catch his Z's, he's gonna be cranky tomorrow, and then he's gonna be extra talkative. That's the thing. Maybe
he's always talking.
Yes, but extra talkative. You know how he gets when he's on the road. It's just non-stop.
All right, let's go get him.
All right.
Where is he?
I think he's at the public library.
How do you know that? Oh yeah, because he didn't tell you. He told you he didn't want you to come, huh?
Yeah, I saw him walk off in that direction. He seemed to be talking about the library. There's only one library.
I mean, he asked you about the library, so.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah. Let's go get him.
So, yeah.
I come knocking on the library door.
The door slides open. Mortrick is there with like 2 piles of books stacked as high as he is, with a young woman sitting next to him, just kind of like nervously drawing Mortrick in her notebook. Mortrick appears to be reading the same story over and over again. All these books have very similar titles. So the young woman says something in Gnomish, Rik-Jaxx, and she says, "Hello, welcome to." So yeah, she doesn't have an accent in this. "Hello, welcome to the Royal Library. Can I help you?"
Thanks for the welcome. We've actually come to just see how our friend is doing. He's been here for a short time, but we want to just check up on him.
Oh yes, your crab got loose.
Our crab. Now I would know what crab meant, right?
Yes, you would.
I was like, yeah, and you know what? That's a good term for him. He is our pet crab. But we just want to make sure that he's not causing any problems because he's a troublemaker.
I kept an eye on him.
Yeah, you kept an eye on him?
She adjusts her glasses in the process. They shine in the faint light as she adjusts them.
I see. You kept 2 eyes on him, I see.
Does she literally push her glasses in and they like shine over?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100% anime. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What is this horrible two-faced monstrosity you guys are drawing here? I thought it was the same thing until I noticed it had 2 noses and 2 mouths.
No, I wanted to draw something different, and then I just didn't bother erasing. You never erase; you just start a new level.
I feel like I learned so much watching you.
It's kind of like a Picasso.
Is this Argon over here? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, sort of. Like
he looks like such a fuck boy.
I'm trying to make him a little more charismatic, a little less fuckboy, but it's hard.
Don't worry, it's 100% accurate.
You show the fuckboy version next to that one.
Yeah.
You draw him, and then you draw the yaoi version of him.
God damn it!
It's got little sparkles everywhere.
I'll put in some sparkles.
Oh, look, Charles. I'm sorry that I got your boy into yaoi, but in 6 months' time, when that's all he's drawing, don't complain to me. It's technically Mick's fault.
Isn't it always?
You did draw sparkles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lately I can't even handle this show. All right, you found your Mortrick and collected him from the library.
Do I have to go? Hey, Rik-Jaxx, I don't think she understands what closing time is. Can you ask her what time the library closes?
All right, so I'll ask her what time the library closes.
She says the library never closes.
And I'll let Mortrick know.
Sweet,
Mortrick,
just pick me up in the morning.
Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, what's your plan here? What are you know?
I'm just doing some light reading is all. Look, I found this other book. I'm waiting for her to fall asleep, but check this out. And I'll like flash the fairy book at the two of them. And then I'll hide it real fast before she notices.
Okay. What stories are you reading?
I don't know. They're super boring right now. I like found this comedy version. It's kind of put me off the whole thing. So I've just been relaxing with this Dance of the Dragons thing. I'm going to get back to the other stuff later. I haven't really found anything yet. I'll let you know in the morning.
Yeah, Rik-Jaxx will take a look at the books, the stack of books, to see what he's been reading.
Yeah, there's like 20 versions of The Tale of the Fall of the Demon Lord.
Interesting, Mortrick. Okay, I'll look forward to your story in the morning.
Demon Lords, dime a dozen. Need a bad guy? Oh, it's a Demon Lord. They really need new material. It's pretty awful. But yeah, you know what? You guys just come back, pick me up in the morning. I'll be fine here. I'm good.
I think you're going to need to rest up. We might have a full day tomorrow.
Well, I'll just rest up tomorrow while you guys have a full day.
We might need you.
Wait, looked over and now he's got his hand on his hip.
I'm going to need you to repeat that. Like, Rik-Jaxx, you heard that, right?
Hey, you've healed me a few times. That's been pretty useful.
All right, it just,
You do have some value, Mortrick, so it would be good if you were with the group.
Once in a while. Okay, well, what time is it right now? Like, in the grand scheme of things?
It's time for you to get to
this. Rick, ask her how long she's going to be here. If, like, the library never closes, when does she go off duty? No, wait, she lives in the library. Never mind. It's fine. I'll just sleep here tonight.
All right, I'll look at now it's a gnome, right? Deep gnome?
Yes.
And I'll say, my friend finds you very attractive and wants to know when you're getting off work tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, he's not so bad looking for a human, I guess. Unfortunately, I'm not interested, but I am getting off work in about 6 hours.
All right, so I'll let Mortrick know she's not interested off work at 6 hours.
She's not interested in being off work?
No, she's not interested in a human. So.
6 hours. I'll leave in 6 hours. It's fine.
It's all right. Okay. All right. Because I think we should regroup and, gain a little focus here. All right.
Focus would just interfere with our system. We gotta play it fast and loose. We gotta keep on our toes. If we plan, we're setting ourselves up for failure. If you don't plan, you never fail.
I get close and I sort of say quietly, I think the wizard, he might be mad if you didn't actually pay him back with more work for what we're here for.
Or, new plan, I find another wizard to pay off my debt to this wizard.
I don't think that's going to be found in the books. I don't understand why you're here. We'll find another lead, other places. I don't think, even if you did find evidence of this artifact in the books, who knows if it's still valid?
It's fairy tales, Kaz. Everything is fairy tales, man. Like, listen, we're a band of unique, quirky, fun-loving murder heroes. Like, that's a fairy tale thing right there. So we're going to find our answers in the fairy tales. Like,
what happens is,
how many times...
while Mortrick is talking, we get a split screen of Argon explaining adventuring life to somebody at the same time. They're just equally meta together.
What you don't want to end up, Kaz, is in a mercenary group, all right? And, like, no one wants to be there. You don't want to be there.
I'm not worried about being in a mercenary group. I am worried about you being rested and ready to go on maybe a patrol tomorrow.
Oh, I'm always ready.
Are you though?
Okay. I mean, am I dead?
So,
have I ever died?
Rik-Jaxx, the librarian, is just like, I'm sorry, I'm not following any of this conversation. Is he leaving anytime soon?
He's for a human, he's very hard for even all of us to understand. So,
do you want me to get one of the palace guards? We can have him removed.
No, I think he's harmless, but he's just off on his own path. That's all.
Okay.
But he's harmless. He's a good guy at heart.
So you notice that the drawings that she's making aren't just drawings. She's making a bestiary of Mortrick. And she writes harmless, good at heart. It seems like she's basing all humans on her one encounter with Mortrick.
Nice.
Why?
She's drawing the way she thinks his muscles work. It's not accurate.
Jokes on her. I don't have any of those. And even if I did, I don't think they look like that.
Long and stringy.
I prefer wiry. I'm wiry.
I don't think that's even better.
I don't know. I always thought wiry kind of just meant like, you know, lean and fit, right? Yeah.
You know, like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, I look like that, but just if I didn't eat food or ever exercise.
So basically the other guy from Fight Club?
Yep, pretty much.
All right, Rik-Jaxx. Well, we've done our duty.
I agree. Let's go. I think we should trade in Mortrick for Argon. What do you think?
I'm seriously considering, or maybe.
Hey guys, this like cool thing though, I found this thing where there is this one story where there are actually 5 people in the group instead of 4 people. That is a terrible version. You don't want to do that. You don't want that 5th person. He's a jerk. I don't think anyone would like him. He's just kind of there as like comedy relief and doesn't add anything. And it was actually terrifying. It was supposed to be a comedy, but it was deeply terrifying.
But if we recruit Argon, that makes you the 5th person.
Who's Argon? But I like this guy.
You would get along smashingly with this guy.
Right,
we cut to a split screen of Argon sneezing for no apparent reason.
And Runa getting a splitting headache.
I'm like in the middle of the story, so I will see you back at, you know, Shay Rik-Jaxx in the morning or whatever. They call it.
All right.
All right, Mortrick.
Are you sure I don't need to get the royal guards to have him removed? He doesn't seem like he's leaving.
He's not leaving.
No, he's not leaving, and unless he's breaking your rules, I mean, it's up to you. But
no. I just thought you said he was leaving, but now he's not leaving. I'm sorry. I don't speak common, so it's not clear to me what's happening.
Yeah, I'll just tell her no that we thought we'd be able to negotiate with our friend and get him come with us, but he's pretty adamant staying here. So we're letting him do his thing.
All right, you guys head off to head to sleep.
Yeah.
I want to, like, while I'm reading these versions, I'm going to be taking notes.
Yeah, Mortrick, can I have you make an intelligence check real quick?
And also take notes.
And also take notes. Intelligence. Fantastic.
Okay. You have trouble keeping it all together. I mean, there are some basics, but you do get the 5 items and the names of the members of the party. And it's weird because there's a lot of parallels between some members of the party and the members that you have in your party as well. Dunslow is very much like Rik-Jaxx. Ravanaver has a lot of Runa tendencies to you, and Oster is a lot like Kazador. You're not sure who you're like, though. You know, you're definitely not like Hollow. Not that guy. Meanwhile, the rest of you wake up in the morning. Mortrick has not returned, Runa. The children of the Jaxx estate appear to be outside doing like morning calisthenics and like stretching basic physical exercises.
Is
I'll join
Talta out there?
You mean
Natalta?
Rufio?
The young drow, Natalta.
Rufio?
Yeah, I called him Rufio before. Yeah.
It's Natalta.
Yeah, I said Natalta, right?
I thought you said Talta. I was like, who's that? It's definitely not Rufio. Although I did like Rufio.
Yeah, Rufio was
Rufio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there. So he and another slightly taller, slightly beefier male drow are all leading the exercises. So the two of them have the other 20 or so divided up.
I'll just kind of stand to the side and do my own like warm up exercises, kind of going over the moves I learned yesterday, as well as just general stretching.
Okay. So both of the two taller drow that are leading it seem to get distracted from time to time and are watching you work out. Like you're doing some totally different stuff from them. Now, come on now. Come on. Not everything has to be about being super thirsty. I get that most of
hormones are strong.
But yeah, they're just super interested in your different way of working out. Although there may be some kind of childish admiration for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's this role?
It's for me.
Okay.
I get distracted by them just kind of watching over me, and ask a couple of them to come over if they want to learn, or kind of me teach them some of the poses.
Yeah, Natalta is just like, yes, and then moves over immediately. At that point, basically everybody comes over to you, except for the one guy who's left there, the tallest, biggest one, who continues working out in his way and kind of seems irritated a little bit towards Natalta. So all of them are willing to like watch you. Even the like youngest are attempting to match your poses in ways that people who have never worked out in this way before at the age of like 5 are capable of doing.
Okay, well, since I can't speak the language, I'll just kind of oversee how they're doing the poses, make my corrections, and then
so they all speak common.
Oh, they all speak common. Great.
Yes.
Then I'll kind of just show them how the poses work and what they're meant for, and do a couple of demonstrations for them.
Okay, yeah, they're 100% down with it. Go ahead and make a persuasion check real quick. I want to see how good you are at teaching.
I'm so good at persuasion, you guys.
For those of you at home, not only did Runa roll a 1, but she has a -2 to persuasion, which means she has a -1 to this. Morning classes have been totally disturbed. The kids are now fighting each other like, wah! They're taking the way of the open fist that your family and your people have studied for hundreds of years in order to learn the spiritual physicality of the human body, and turning it into a game where they just push each other over in the dirt. It's a disaster, and the only person whose attention you still have is Natalta.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have any presence.
I really don't, which is really weird because my main character I play has literally a 20 for his charisma, so it's a completely different ball game for me.
What an epic fail.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a good thing this wasn't a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since Natalta's the only one actually paying attention, I'll go over it with him in depth. More of a one-on-one kind of thing.
All right, yeah. At some point, the matron comes out and reorganizes the class with a few words and a harsh stare, and everyone falls in behind a young man that they refer to as Kalik. Natalta sticks with you, and in between exercises asks you questions about knighthood and chivalry. I mean, do you answer him? And if so, do you know anything about it?
I don't really know any. I could probably guess at what knighthood is, like the general idea of it, but as far as what it is, I have no idea. Right. I can talk more about what it is to be courageous and find worth within oneself rather than in a title, but that's about it.
All right. Interesting. Around this time, Kazador, Rik-Jaxx, you can hear all of the goings on outside. The matron has a breakfast left for 4 people placed into the guest house for all of you. But of course, by the time you come down, Runa has come back inside, with a good workout sweat, but there's still no Mortrick.
Mortrick, is this you in a circle? Or those are some big ass feet.
Mostly harmless.
Mostly harmless. Nice.
This is the Leonardo da Vinci self-portrait.
Figure this is what she's been sketching on while we're there.
Got it.
So, team back at the chateau.
Yeah, I'll probably eat a little bit after the morning workout.
Yeah, it's a lot of vegetables, mostly in soup form. A lot of grains mixed in as well. It's just kind of like oatmeal with carrots and peas. It's not super appetizing.
Keeps you warm. Pretty good stuff.
I'll eat that and then a little bit of the rations that I have.
Okay. Yeah, Kazador and Rik-Jaxx both smell like they went to a bar, so.
Wonderful. Any of you know where Mortrick is?
Oh, yeah, he's at the library. Probably.
Still?
Yeah, I guess so.
He was adamant about staying on his own. We tried to bring him back, but he didn't want to come back.
Not sure what his deal was, really, but that's the way it is right now.
You can see my concern with leaving Mortrick by himself.
Yeah, maybe you could try to convince him. Who knows?
Okay. I'll head over there after my meal.
I'll come along.
Yeah, sure, I'll go too. At this point.
Shouldn't you guys try to find us some employment? I mean, I don't know when we can do such things, but it might behoove us to inquire while I grab Mortrick. Or try to grab Mortrick.
Well, let's go get Mortrick, and I would think let's go get Mortrick, and then we'll go find ourselves some mercenary work or patrol work. But as a group, I think we're better off if we do it together.
Right. All right. Well, let's head over there then.
When you arrive, Mortrick is now sitting across from a young man, a young dwarven man, who appears to be very irritated with Mortrick. He stands up when you enter and starts speaking Gnomish, and then switches to Dwarven, and then switches to Common, and says, welcome, masters. Can I ask, what are you looking for?
Someone you don't need here anymore, particularly that man over there.
Yeah, right. I don't need him here anymore.
Has it been more than 6 hours?
Oh, yeah. It's been almost 10 hours since Mortrick came into the library.
Okay.
Mortrick, it's time to go.
Mortrick looks exhausted. Dark circles under his eyes. He hasn't eaten or drank anything in over 10 hours.
You guys, I'm on to something. I think I know everything there is to know about this, and it is going to blow your mind. We are after this dude's measure of fixation. Did you know that? Rabadabber, Hammerdammer? I don't know what his name is. Anyway, it's a thing of fixation, and there's like 5 of them. And is it time for breakfast yet?
Yeah, you missed it.
All of those things. Perhaps we should get you home. How does that sound?
Oh, Rik-Jaxx, do you have a library card? I want to take this one with me.
I don't have a library card, Mortrick.
Can you get a library card? I want to take this one with me.
Aye, you could get a library card. Do you have proof of residence?
How would I have proof? My name is Rik-Jaxx, so I own the House Jax complex.
Aye, anyone can say that. Do you have a signet ring?
I don't have the ring, but I have my heirlooms.
Anyone can buy heirlooms. Maybe you've got your stub tax. The piece of paper they give you when you give your blood tax.
Not yet. We've just newly arrived.
Well, go pay the blood tax anytime you want.
Mortrick, no library card for you.
Oh, I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave it behind. You guys, I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I didn't think you liked school so much. I'm surprised you have such an affection for these books.
I'm just going to pass out.
As soon as I try to say something, he just passes out, and I'll be like, "Oh, thank God!"
All right, look, here's the deal. I'm sorry to trouble you, but if you don't remove him, I'm gonna have to call the royal guards. And
as he's saying that, I'm literally picking Mortrick up.
Now, how are we talking here? Are we talking fireman carry, princess carry? Okay, all right. So over the shoulders then.
Yep.
Okay, he's ragdolling it.
Sorry for all the trouble.
He smells horrible. He's been traveling for a week. He hasn't taken a bath. He still keeps trying to use prestidigitation.
Let's throw him in the bath.
It's not a bad idea.
Wake him up too.
But he will be useless to us if we do any work today. Do you realize that?
Yeah, another day of rest between the 7 days travel that we've had won't do us any harm.
Yeah. Honestly, it would probably help us in the long run. All right, so I'll take him all the way back to the house and throw him on the bed, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say that's when the music starts playing.
Not everything is sexual, guy.
I know, but the way you said it was so perfectly framed.
Guys, I think we should go.
Get out of here. Okay. We didn't know.
Like
Truly the definition of hate fucking.
I'll turn around and be like, oh, and then walk right through both of them.
We've already left.
Mortrick, can I get you make another intelligence saving throw now that you're asleep on a bed?
Ooh, that's a little better.
All right. It's not super clear to you which book you read it in, right? Because you're pulling this together in dreams. You're not even certain if it's real or not. But for some reason, your brain has come to associate this last member of the party, Hollow, with Mardrovian the Wizard Lord. Or more correctly, the Wizard Lord of Mardrovian. You're like, oh, is this the same guy? Is our boss like Hollow? Is that who he is? I'm sure that's it. I'm sure. And then you like wake up.
What time is it? Hello?
Let's talk about the rest of you. What do you guys do for those 8 hours while he's sleeping off his library intoxication?
We were gonna go look for employment for the mercenary, as mercenaries, I guess. I don't know if there's a guild.
I mean, are you looking for mercenary work?
Yeah.
Okay, so the auction district.
Yeah.
So you head to the auction district.
Yeah.
There is a lot going on here. Magic items, heirlooms, estate lots. And the services of people are all being bargained here, and people are, like selling themselves. You can see Argon is nearby, and he's just like, anyone need a sexy drow to come along and kill their enemies?
Hey, Argon.
50 gold a day. Oh, hey, it's you, Kazador, right?
50 gold a day?
Oh, for my services? I should be charging twice that much.
I'm sure.
50 gold a day is just what I charge for smiling at the ladies.
They pay it, I'm sure, huh?
No. I pay them quite a bit. Can't take it with you.
Slim pickings today or what?
Well, just comes and goes whether people want to hire you to kill people or not.
It is a thing that comes and goes.
I'm somewhat well known for my lack of finesse, but then again, not everybody's looking for that. Sometimes you need a guy to open traps or listen to a bad guy monologue and talk about his villainous plan to unleash the crystal dragon of Mephalia. And sometimes you just gotta put an axe through his neck.
So how does this work? Mercenaries just shout into the street and get jobs? Or
sure, I mean, that's the bad way to do it, like me. I mean, if you know somebody around here, you could probably get a little something, or if you're interested in it, you head to the auction house and see if anybody's looking for something specific.
Yeah, that's where we were headed.
Yep.
Well, I have to tell you, there's a patrol heading to the Hall of the Underthanes soon, so that's where the work's going to be.
And
appreciate the information.
That's at the auction house, or that's someplace else?
Oh, the Hall of the Underthanes, well, it was a clan Shadow Spinner outpost, but some people say that it's an orc outpost now.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll see what they say at the auction house then.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. If you're looking for a good auction house, you pick that one over there. And he points and says, that's Runa Auction House. They only sell the premium goods there. If someone was to buy me, that's where they do it.
Okay.
But you're here on the street. Why aren't you in there trying to sell yourself?
Oh, well, if I had a party, I could, more ably. They don't take solos.
All right. Well, good luck in your search.
So he breathes in deeply and he's just like, thank you. Then he draws himself up to his full height and flexes. He's just like, 50 gold a day. Kill your enemies.
So let's go head over to that auction house.
So at the auction house, it becomes pretty apparent immediately that the woman who is the auctioneer is wielding the measure of fixation. She's got a ruler and is immediately assessing the value of everything inside the auction house. She's just like, this is a classical painting brought back from one of the lost colonies. Normally, people would place its value at around 1,800 gold pieces. However, in the current market economy, it's worth 1950. Do I hear at least 1950? So, yeah, people are starting to bid on this immediately. And she's waving the ruler around.
So, can we tell if there's any magic? Is she literally casting a spell, perhaps? Because we've seen...
It's hard to tell, man, but you know that this thing is like a super powerful magical artifact.
Do we notice that right away, that what it is?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
From any reasonable description of the item being a ruler, you know that this is definitely it.
Got it.
Like a description of her, does she seem business?
Her, okay. So, she is a rather tall, dark elf. She's got kind of silvery blue hair, blonde eye color. It's actually very weird. It glows in the dark here. And she's wearing a surfacer dress, like a sundress.
Huh.
It's kind of, I would say, willowy. That's just for your thing, Mick. That's like wiry, but more feminine.
Willowy.
Your kind of girl.
Oh, is that what he said too? I didn't know he settled on any one thing.
Yeah, I don't cut anyone out. I'm up for anything.
He's like, fangs, no fangs, it doesn't matter to me.
Says the virgin.
Cat tails, cat ears.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right. I forgot. Mortrick is the virgin.
Yeah.
I don't think Mick is though. All right. Look.
I'll give her cat ears right now and a tail.
Your circle's a triangle.
All right, so right. Is there anyone nearby? If there is, I'll just ask, who's the auctioneer? Who's in charge? What's her name?
That's Destalka the Bard. I can see why you're so interested in her. She's very good at her job, I mean to say.
I see.
Yeah, she's been rising in fame lately.
And when did she arrive in town?
Oh, she's been around for a few years, but she recently gained control of the auction house when her partners died.
How long ago?
The first partner died 6 or 7 months ago. Then the other 2 died maybe 5 and 3 months ago.
It's a shame.
They said it was overwork.
Overwork, yeah. I mean,
they were found clutching that thing in their hand, and he points to the ruler.
It's an interesting looking ruler.
Well, you know, whatever floats her boat.
Yes, I agree.
Did you actually draw a cat ears on this? It's just terrible. Never underestimate an artist.
Yeah, don't not tell them to do
Who
something.
Who is this drawing, though? Oh.
I don't know. I just saw what Connor was doing. I thought, oh, that's neat. I'll do one too.
Well, Connor, who were you drawing?
I don't know. I mean, you know, sometimes you just go off on your own.
Sometimes you just go off on your own and draw cat ears and a tail.
Yup.
Yeah.
What do we have going on tonight?
Lots of things.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Things.
God, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when all 4 of us are drawing.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Freaking nonsense.
We're going to need like 10,000 by 10,000.
Is there a way to let AP host it? Because then you move the canvas around.
Yeah, but I'm not big on that. I like to concentrate my full efforts on running the game. It's actually a really rare treat for me to not have to focus on moving the map around.
Yeah. I wonder if I could open like a second instance then, so that there could be a drawing service and a display service. All right, we'll have to try it. We'll have to mess around with it.
Figure it out.
So I'm trying to like see. Well, I want to make an appraisal. Is she being business-like? Like, what is her demeanor?
Oh, 100% professional, crisp, cold.
Okay.
Modern shark.
Yeah,
would be a correct appraisal. You've probably never met anyone this good at an auctioneering in your entire life. Her appraisals are dead set. She moves between customers at high speed and never fumbles a bid.
And so how does this kind of place work? Does she owns the place, and does she delegate, say, mercenary work to someone else to hand out, or
make an investigation check real quick.
All right.
Alrighty.
Always known for my good investigation checks.
Yep.
Yeah, you move through the room and try to listen in. It's just like trying to interrupt at any auction house. You're like, oh, hey, how's this? Some guy elbows you and like, shut up, and throws his bid number up. Yeah, you're not fairly well respected here, Mr. Dwarf. And not knowing what you're doing at the best auction house in the whole city is not a great place to be.
Yeah.
It's not that anyone's being exceptionally rude to you. It's that everyone thinks you're being the rude one.
Right. I'm being the rude one.
Wow, it's really easy to convince you of that.
Are there people all over the place?
It's like if you're walking through Wall Street or whatever. If you don't know what you're doing, like get out of the room. You know.
Well, they won't even let you on the floor if you don't know what you're doing. But
exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
There's probably less than 100 people here, but most of the bidding is on recovered artifacts. So it looks like groups of wandering travelers and mercenaries go to these former gnomish holds and bring back artifacts of particular interest, and then bring back what's called a salvage bid, so that people can buy that location and like turn it into a vacation home.
Are there any people here that look particularly like they are mercenaries?
Yes, the people who are selling the items.
Got it. So can I watch how they walk through the areas to try to get work and mimic what they're trying to do?
Yeah. So some of these mercenaries are being approached by people during the bidding process, and they're like nodding, and they make a few gestures, and it looks like if you become a known mercenary group around here, people will come to you and ask you to like, oh, I heard that my family once had a lot in, like off the 7th Lost Colony. Because you head there and, clear it out, and they'll be like, okay, here's our, price estimate, and then we get half the stuff there as salvage, and they negotiate from there. Just based on your look, make a charisma saving throw to see if you attract anybody, Runa, because you're actively looking for work here.
So good at that.
Yep.
Fuck, dude.
Wow, a 0.
Really?
What's even better is that isn't a roll of a 1.
No, it's not.
So you must have got what, a 2 on the roll?
I did get a 2 on the roll.
You got a 2 on the roll. Yeah, you like
freaking Swedish dice.
You stand alone and you're like, yeah, I'll look very impressive and attract some clientele. People just go around you like a school of fish around a rock.
So if Rik-Jaxx and Kaz, follow his lead, do we get an advantage on that roll?
I mean, acting like Runa will not get you an advantage. It'll give you disadvantage.
Yeah. Rik-Jaxx, I mean, this is your place. Where this is your hometown. Why don't you try and look around and see who we should talk to?
Yes, they might.
So are there? We want to find buyers of the mercenaries, though, basically. So is there anyone that looks like they're a buyer of mercenary services?
Yeah, there are plenty of people in here looking to buy mercenary services.
All right. I'm going to pick a random one nearby and go up and speak with them.
Make a charisma saving throw.
All right. Hold on. I got to go switch screens. And my charisma's not so good either, but here we go.
Better than mine.
All right.
Digits.
You approach him, and he doesn't immediately ask who the fuck you are. He says, yes. So it's a pretty sizable, I would say, rotund, double-chinned dark elf. Not dark elf, deep gnome. He's trying to cover it with like a thin beard that's not working out for him. And he's got like a little bowler cap. It looks like his clothes, rather than being made of the traditional dark materials from around here, are made from shadow silk, and have been dyed like very bright colors. He says, yes, can I help you?
Yeah, my friends and I'll look at Runa and Kaz and wave them over. I go, there's the 4 of us that we've come to town recently, and we're looking for to offer our services.
There's only 3 of you.
The 4th, he's resting today.
That is less than optimal. What is the name of your group?
We're the Drawn Blades.
I've never heard of you.
No, like I said, we're new to the Underdark, but we've been on the surface world for quite a while.
Is this in common, by the way?
It will be now, since you brought it up.
So he switches from gnomish back to common then when you switch to common.
Yeah.
So I say, well, we did clear the path out to the surface.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's something that might be useful to you guys.
I heard I heard that the patrols did that.
Well, we took care of the Zorn. I didn't see any patrol take care of that.
Do you have any proof of that?
We had a flask of its blood, but we sold it.
So yeah, he actually just licks his lips for a moment and just looks at you. Okay. I don't know you, but I'll tell you what, I'm willing to give you a shot. And by that, I mean I need to get a little street credit from you. There's an expedition going out today. I want you to get there before them. Clear it out.
We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
That means you're going to need to leave shortly.
That's not a problem.
All right.
Where is it that we're going? What's the particulars of this mission?
It's called the Hall of the Underthing. I don't know what's in it, but whatever it is, I want it. And I'm willing to give you half of whatever you find in there.
The fuck are you? God damn it.
All right, so
for some reason, he became an Irish dwarf instead of a deep gnome, I guess. Who the fuck are you? There was a firefight!
Why don't you make like a tree and get the fuck out?
That's a good movie.
All right, so but this is all uncommon now, right?
Yes.
So
I'll look at kind of information.
What was that, Runa?
So do you have a map or any kind of information to this hall?
I can get you a map there.
Perfect. Any information you can get us.
I don't know what's in it. No one does. Supposedly, it's a clan shadow spinner outpost.
Wonderful.
But what's important is someone wants what's in it, which means I want it first.
What items in particular are you looking for? Everything that's in the
You bring back whatever you can carry. I take half of it, and then you've earned my trust. And then we can talk about you doing more work for me. More lucrative work. The kind of stuff you need plans for.
And your name is?
Why don't you just call me Rik for now?
Rik. Perfect. And we can find you here when the job is done.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
Gentlemen?
All right, so we'll get a map from you. How far, what's the travel time for this mission?
So it looks like the Hall of the Underthane's located 2 days straight down, but it is located through a lava flow. It looks like the hall is surrounded by a volcano, an underground volcano.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna go pick up some. Well, I'm gonna go back, drop off some stuff. So I can lighten my load.
If you guys wouldn't mind carrying on another person, this might get dicey. So, your friend, the one from outside, the loud one, the one that reminds me of Mortrick, taking him along might be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pay for it, that's fine with me. I'm gonna go back and drop off some stuff. Let's see.
You're gonna drop off the kids at the pool.
Yeah. Now I have an inventory. If I want to keep stuff, but then I'm leaving it here, what do you want me to do with that?
Just mark it down as, being held at the Jaxx estates.
Okay. Are we gonna take? I was thinking we were going to pick up Mortrick. Pick up Mortrick.
You let Mortrick get a full 8 hours of blissful rest first?
How long has he been asleep now?
Less than an hour?
We need to leave as soon as possible.
Yeah, well...
You could just throw him in the back of the cart and have the mule drag him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we got 2 days. He could rest up in those days.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I mean,
are you trying to hire Argon? Remember, he costs 50 gold pieces a day, which means with a 2-day travel time, that's going to be at least 200 gold.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Maybe Natalta.
No, he's not ready.
Well, then I suppose we'll have to do it on our own. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's
never... In the background, Natalta is shedding one single tear, but he doesn't know why. He's never been more ready, he thinks.
Yeah, he thinks.
Ready enough. What's he got? Like in the way of equipment or whatever?
He doesn't have anything. That's why he asked for arms and armor.
Oh, I forgot that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just 2 daggers.
I mean, I do have a spare chainmail.
All I'm hearing is, let's get Natalta on board. Let's make him a knight. I'm sure that a dwarvish chainmail will fit a tall, dark elf youth pretty well. Be like a little mini tee for him.
You're gonna give him your what's that? With the pick? You're gonna give him a pick as a weapon?
Yeah.
We're increasingly becoming a yowie band.
I love that you'll cover his lungs, but not any of the good internal organs in his lower body.
Yeah.
All right, so I agree. Let's go get Mortrick. Let's get our gear that we need.
I would love a manga yaoi cover of this party, of everybody just being like super shiny, extremely handsome. Runa's like in the background, standing on a cliff as like a breeze flows past her.
We need rations before we go.
That's right, you have no food. That's because, and I know that because Connor had to eat raw wheat and poop.
That's right. Hey, I offered to buy some as soon as we got here, but two gold at a time. So
a lot of money.
What's the price now?
The same amount.
All right, I buy 10.
Yeah, that's 20 gold.
20 gold.
How many could I fit in my bag last time? I think it was like 30 or
Each
something.
one is 2 pounds, and the bag can carry 60 pounds, I think.
So 30, yeah. I'll buy, so at 30, it's 60 gold.
Okay.
I'll buy 30.
Kaz, how much was your gold? I mean, how much was your rations, Kaz?
I had 0.
I don't even know what you're drawing now. What is this thing?
I don't know either.
You just bought some, right?
Yeah, now I bought 10.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go talk to, guys, I'll be right back. And then, do I have to go to the guy who's in charge of the city, or is it the Securitat that would have my estate money?
You can go to any bank.
Any bank?
Yeah, and withdraw your cash. Yeah.
All right. So I want to go to the bank and withdraw 50 gold.
All right. Yeah. You show your one of your heirloom swords, and they let you take your money out.
Okay. And then I come back and I want to and it's 10 gold. 10 gold for 5.
Yep.
All right. I'll buy 10 days of rations.
1/3 alpaca, 1/3 snake, 1/3 monkey.
So what is that? That's 20. I got 30 gold. Mortrick, do you need rations?
I'm here. Are we up? I need to go back to the library.
Yeah, I'll buy Mortrick rations too. So 5 more days for Mortrick.
Is it, by the way, copper is 10 copper, 1 silver?
Yeah, the exchange is always 10.
Yeah.
10 copper for
Except
1
for
gold.
Electrum pieces. That's where it gets weird.
Except for Electrum. Yeah.
Electrum is 5 gold.
Yeah. 10 copper for 1 silver,
Never
10
makes
silver for
any
1
sense.
gold.
Electrum is literally gold and silver mixed in its natural form. Why would impure gold be worth more than actual gold?
20.
Because reasons.
All right, so that should give me 20 gold left, right?
Who is this drawing of this elf woman that looks like she wants to disdain on Mortrick for me real quick?
That's meant to be the auctioneer.
Oh, Distalka?
Yeah.
she used the measure of fixation on Mortrick. It was like, I am disappointed by what I see.
You guys don't measure up.
We really could have made a Knight's Tale reference here, but
I don't know if I remember that movie enough to make.
I recently watched that, but I don't
come
remember
on now. Everybody remembers A Knight's Tale.
It is good.
It is
It
good.
was one of Rebecca and I's first date movies.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
Yeah.
You know, I know somebody who did
I have nothing snarky to say about that.
Boogie Nights. That was their first date movie, and I'm just like, what were you thinking? The worst choice you could possibly make.
I don't think that's the worst choice you could make, but
Yeah,
it's not towards the top. Oh, come on. There's much worse date movies that you could pick.
Dude, where's my car?
At least that might be funny. I mean, geez.
You're right. It might be funny.
But it won't be.
It wasn't, but it might be.
I'm not sure Boogie Nights was funny.
I don't think Boogie Nights is supposed to be a comedy.
No.
Is Footloose still the greatest movie ever made? I don't think it ever was. All right, so let's talk about rations. Let's talk about who doesn't have them. Mortrick.
No, I got Mortrick 5 days of rations.
Okay, all right. That's good. You have exactly enough rations to get there, do the deed, and get back. And if there's any emergencies, you'll have to Kazador it.
That's right.
That's my new favorite.
Only if you have the cart full of wheat.
Or fall into a trap, or...
I'm saying you have to have the cart full of wheat to blow.
That's Kazador.
That's so Kaz.
God, this is going to be the worst sitcom ever. Oh, Kaz.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
Of course,
too.
I'd probably be the one writing it, so.
True.
Let's do that. One night we should just do an episode of That's So Kaz instead of the show.
I mean, there is a tabletop RPG called Action Movie World where you play actors who are playing characters in an action movie. And when your character dies, you get to take on a secondary GM role where you play like the explosion director or something like that. Like you can just pitch in at any time and be like, "There's a fucking massive explosion everywhere, Tropic Thunder style."
Oh God, please
it's
don't
pretty
let
wild.
Mortrick die.
Yeah. So you guys are setting out. Then you've got everything you want as you head to the Hall of the Underthane.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you know, you're going to be a couple of hours ahead of an expedition that is behind you. So what kind of pace are you setting to get to the Hall of the Underthane?
A fast one.
Okay.
I guess it's set by, because I'm the slowest, so I think it'll have to be set by me.
Well, you can you have the cart to offset that.
Okay.
Right.
So
like you can ride the donkey or the cart in order to offset your slow speed. So you're gonna be capable of moving at let's see here. All right, you can cut it down to a day and a half. I will need to know who is leading the pack here in general.
I will.
I've got a fair bit of experience in the dark, but
yeah, you could probably see better than I do. And plus, you're looking right.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we're still in the Underdark, aren't we?
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make a survival check at disadvantage.
All right.
Who, me or Kaz?
No, Kazador, because he's the one.
Leading. I did take a point in the survival, or a few points.
I don't let you take points in anything anymore. You got an 11. Yeah, the party moves along at a pretty good speed. You have a few encounters along the way with like spiders, and at one point you fight a bear, but this is old news for you. You guys are like top tier bear killers, so it's no big deal for you.
When we were killing the bear, I'm like, I tell you guys, every single time there's a bear. Every single time. Wait, do we still have the bear traps in the wagon?
You do?
Oh, you left them. Oh, I thought you left them behind.
You have. If Mortrick if they are in your inventory right now, you have them.
Okay.
They might be. Let's set the bear traps out for the party behind us.
Let's not do that.
Why not? And then on the way back, we come back through, we're like, oh no, guys, what happened? They're like, oh, our horse died because it got hit by bear traps. And we're like, oh, we'll help you out for a price. They never have to know.
We weren't killed and we get blamed for it.
Yeah, we weren't told to kill any adventuring parties. That's extra.
What? I didn't say kill the adventuring party. We're at best maiming their horse. Or worse.
Have you seen how things turn out for us when you plead the plague?
They probably don't have a horse in the Underdark.
What are they? Oh, they have. You guys have crabs, right? Which, like, let me just tell you right now, Rik-Jaxx, that means something completely different upstairs.
Most likely displacer beasts. Anyways, we're not doing that.
Okay, fine.
I think Displacer Police are a plains animal, not an Underdark animal. Don't quote me on that, though. You all arrive at the outskirts of the lava flow. You can place yourselves anywhere within that orange box.
Okay. First, I gotta be able to... There we go.
You will need to find a way to negotiate across this area before we kick this off. And, of course, you've got your cart and your donkey.
Yep.
Let me know when you're all placed.
I'm fine where I am.
Kazador, you're like standing on some uneven rocks then?
Okay. Fine. I'm over here.
Okay. I mean, I'm just pointing out there's some uneven rocks ahead of you. All right, Runa's standing on uneven rocks.
I don't have or I have a like an Aussie feature where I don't get difficult terrain.
Yep. Okay, so as you all are waiting there, Runa, you begin to feel oh shit. Oops.
Whoa.
The world goes out from under us.
The floor is lava. And then the floor wasn't lava, but then it was lava again. Runa, you feel a strange sensation as if you were meeting an old friend again. And all of you are looking across the lava flow, and then suddenly out of nowhere, you don't even blink, a creature just appears in between spans of time for you.
Displacer beast. I thought those were plains animals.
As time slows down, it appears to be a man made entirely out of... Oops. That just happened.
He disappeared now, too.
Yes, he did.
He's invisible. Perception check.
Limbo.
Runa, you notice he has glowing red eyes.
Hmm.
This seems to be, in some part, perhaps the creature that you fought with before in your dream. It does a few martial arts motions, going through way of the open palm warm-ups, and then stops and goes... And that's where we end the campaign. Oh, until you get back, Mick.
Oh, like legit ending. No.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I told Connor this last week that this was how it was going to end, and no one believed me. You can go and look back. I was talking about spoilers, and I literally said, remember when Runa took a monk stance and did a Matrix come at me during the Battle of the Lava Flow outside the Hall of the Underthane? It's all there. It's on Discord.
Foreshadowing.
It's not foreshadowing. Yeah. I literally just said it outright. All right, so everybody gets 400 experience points for the night.
Man, what are we at now?
I have a question from the Discord. Why did you guys walk away when you knew exactly where the ruler was?
Because there's no way we could get it. There's like so many people in there.
Everybody's curious. Like, you know where the measure of fixation is. You guys are like, all right, mercenary time. Let's go in an unrelated task so that we can get more work as mercenary. Don't worry. Only one audience member is questioning it. The rest of them are 100% on board.
Yeah. I mean, they know why we're doing it.
I was like, it's fine. I'll just have to invent a whole side adventure now.
A side adventure you already had planned because Discord has proof of that.
Look, man, sometimes I just say stuff and it works out really well.
Pulling a Mortrick, right?
I'll tell you, what the hell is pulling a Mortrick at this point?
That's what's so beautiful about it.
Did I start a plague?
That's a plague.
But yeah, I didn't want to like legit start a battle in the middle of an auction house for this thing, and then everybody hate us.
Yeah, you just needed Rik-Jaxx to steal it, right? I'm sure it would have gone fine.
Yeah, we're gonna try next time.
We're gonna die in this lava pit.
Yeah, hold that question until 3 months from now.
Okay, 4197, just in case you haven't done the math yet.
7. What's our next level?
6,500.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're ways off.
That's a hard grind.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kill a lot of things. It's real tough.
Good thing we went on this side quest.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I'm pulling us a couple minutes early because I just wanted to take a minute and ask, like how you guys thought the D&D aspect of the game was going. We're a bunch of episodes in.
Like,
can't believe we're like 17 episodes in.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, most D&D games on my channel last about 20 to 24 episodes, so this is actually a fairly long-running game.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we on now?
We're not even Mortrick's backstory
17.
yet. It's gonna be a while.
Wow.
We already did Mortrick's backstory. That was the beginning of the game.
Oh, that's right.
I still feel like we're just starting out.
If you can consider your college years your entire backstory.
Pretty much. That's when all the important stuff happened.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we did for a moment have collectively what was it, like 40,000 gold? Just disappeared into Mortrick's debt.
Yeah.
4,000 gold.
4,000 gold. Okay, 4,000 gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, 40,000. I don't remember having that.
I mean, I remember hearing it. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. No, I mean, I thought it's been great. It's been fantastic. This is my first time playing D&D. It's been a blast.
So I have a lot of fun. I'm not as good at role playing as you guys, clearly.
You're also not as good at making art, huh? I've heard this one before. I've heard this one before. Shep.
I'm looking forward to the encounters. So, yeah, more encounters.
Okay then. Well, I can't.
How are you enjoying it? Working with 4 artists.
I mean, I'm enjoying the artwork. Okay, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for drow women with fangs. All right. Yep. I didn't know that I needed this in my life, but now I never want anything but that. Okay. Let me just be perfectly clear. It's too hard to keep this up.
Ask and you shall receive. I mean, that's why you give the descriptions.
Look, no, this is
exactly.
I think the best part about people drawing art live is that you get a very good look into their sense of humor.
I'll laugh her up sometimes. But yeah, in my case, I mean.
I just wonder if I can even get on Dropile. I tried to sign on to the server again tonight, and I can't.
We'll figure it out, We'll figure it out. Yeah. And if not, we'll just have episodes where all the impetus is on you to draw all night, and we'll all just watch you like hawks.
Yeah.
It won't be any different than normal, so yeah.
Mostly just staring.
So we're just going to make characters next time?
Yeah, so next time Cotton will be joining us. I wouldn't say that Mick could be replaced, because no one could fall to that level. But Cotton will be joining us in his spot. Man, sometimes I say some really mean things. Someone has read back comments I've made on the Discord to me, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like it's something I'd say in there. Like, this is a direct quote. And I'm like, well, I was being sarcastic. And they're like, yes, but what if someone read this and didn't know you were being sarcastic?
Out of context doesn't count.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Out of context, I've said some pretty mean shit. I mean, in context, I've said some pretty mean shit.
Total XP is 4197.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next time around, Cotton will be joining us. We'll be setting up Stars Without Numbers characters. Hopefully, everybody here has taken a look at the Stars Without Numbers document that I set up. Cotton, looking at you. Have you looked at the document? Also looking at the rest of you. I mean, Bearded, I assume you've read it. I know. The primer that I made for the area. Like, this is where all the people are. No, you didn't read it yet.
I read that totally.
Oh, I can't tell whether you're lying or not, but it's fine.
For Stars Without Number, and I think he's a traveling space minstrel.
So you're just going to play Mortrick in space.
God damn it.
I'll find it for you, Cotton, and I'll send it to you.
Please.
But anyway, Cotton,
you should the arms dealer from Outlaw Star that we meet up with.
Fred Lowe?
Fred Lowe? No. No. Hard no.
All right, hold on.
Wow, really? Why would you want to do that to him? No, it's fine, Cotton. Just remember, you're an official part of the cast now, so you need to start paying attention to the POW RPG chat.
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, do you want us to have our characters pre-planned? I know we were thinking about a few weeks ago, or do you want us to roll up random?
No, I'll walk you guys through character creation, because we're going to do it all together.
Perfect.
I mean, there's no reason you shouldn't look stuff up and have an idea of what you want to do, but...
Yeah, I had that one character, but I felt it was too D&D-ish, so I want to try something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go out there and into the stars and find your character.
I might just kind of go random and see what happens.
Yeah, that's always a good choice. You don't
loosey goosey. Just keep it.
I think I will.
Keep it
light and saucy.
Nice to tell you what.
Keep it crispy.
Yeah. What? It might be fun playing something that I wouldn't even pick.
Yeah.
I think it would be a lot of fun actually. So I am going to go random.
Sometimes I look at because you guys are funny. Thanks, Cotton. I'm glad that someone finds me funny. When Pondo says that I'm not funny, it hurts me deeply on the inside in a way that I don't show. All right, let's do some.
You're funny. You're funny.
I mean,
just a different kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Speaking of funny, aren't you gonna like joke about Connor's something? You said you're gonna joke about something.
No, that was the intro. That was Connor.
Oh, got it.
That was us making a anthology of Connor's character being punished by Drow.
That's still happening, right?
Is it? It was a joke, but I mean, if you guys actually want to do it, we can get Charlie in here to do the business.
Don't test the internet and their fan art powers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll take a royalty commission off of that for the idea. If you guys want to do all of the work, it's not that hard to be like. And then she puts a leather boot on his chest and says, "I will punish you," but you separate the punish with 3 tilde marks.
Ish.
Just very stereotypical dialogue. 100% shit you've read before.
Oh my god.
Cottontail, she's watching our shows or watching AP's shows?
Cotton's mom watches the intros for all of my shows, apparently.
Wow.
She only watches the intros because that's the only part she understands.
Yeah, the first and last 10 minutes. That's her thing, right?
Let me tell you something. In the long past, I had a show called Okeanos. And back before I did Okeanos, my intros were like 5 minutes. They were literally just, "Hey, how's everybody doing?" That's it. Boom. Okeanos, we just started doing this talk show type routine at the beginning. Sometimes we'd go a whole hour or more doing intros. And as soon as the intros ended, our viewership would drop. And it turned out there were people who only showed up to listen to us talk intros and didn't give a shit about D&D. They just wanted to know about the latest Marvel and Disney movie.
Yeah.
We should try that.
We already do that sometimes. I mean, today's intros were like 11 minutes long, but sometimes we have half an hour or more.
All right. Damn, I didn't realize we went that long.
Look, if we want to start talking about some things, we could talk about some things. Yep.
Yeah. And then Connor can tell us about how it's right, his way.
I mean, more than likely that'll be the case, yeah. Look, Robert did nothing wrong.
You're still on this Bobby B. Baratheon shit, man. He killed children.
Only the children that needed killing, plus a few extras.
I mean, just about all the leaders.
And this is why you'll always be a crab, Mortrick.
Yep.
Crab people.
Let's do some outros. Connor, I heard it's your birthday.
It may or may not be, and
pretty sure it is your birthday.
Sounds like it is.
Actually, it's no longer it is because it's now 12.
Still 9 o'clock here.
You realize the next day doesn't start until 12:01, dumbass.
It starts the second after 12 a.m. And
You just played yourself.
I don't have to wait for the full minute, So, and it's EST because I was born EST. Thank you, Cottontail. But yeah, I'll be streaming in a little bit here on Twitch at twitch.tv/conorhughes. You can
go tell him happy birthday.
You can join me there if you like. Just on for a little bit. Yeah, and we'll be on a few more times this week because we got daycare going. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
How about you, Bearded? What you up to?
I'm still packing up stuff to move and all that goodness, filtering through people that got to come in and put cabinets and stuff. But when I'm not doing that, I'm drawing. Probably a commission of a dwarf getting punished.
Oh, with fangs and cat ears and possibly a tail.
But when I'm not doing that, I'm asking Mick what he's doing.
Dwarf.
Oh, and yeah, you guys can find me at beardedjalapno at Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
I am wishing my dear friend, my bosom companion, conorhughes, a happy birthday,
buddy,
because it's still an hour where I'm at before his birthday has expired. But I draw the comics on Twitch and I post the progress on Twitter and Instagram, all at Mccomicker. And that is really all I do with my life.
Well, we're bidding a long goodbye to you, right, Mick? I mean,
yeah, that's true. Like, I probably won't even be like, I mean, I won't be streaming until there'll be like a 2-week period where she's at Girl Scout camp that I'll be streaming again.
Like every day.
We'll talk about you guesting. We'll talk.
Yeah. I'm
Fred Lowe.
Fred.
You're gonna have to send me a clip because I don't know who that is.
Oh God.
Well, we'll have to send you a clip.
You're just gonna have to watch the entirety of Outlaw Star, all 25 episodes, including
get on it,
including the spa episode they didn't air on Toonami. So when I went back and rewatched the show, I was like, I don't remember this shit.
Yeah.
When did he visit the spa planet?
That was the best episode, though.
I would not say that's the best episode. The Twilight Suzuka episode was the best episode.
I mean,
really? All right,
so
look,
he gets to be right today.
Everyone who watched Outlaw Star, we will now list our favorite character. Connor will start with Aisha Clan, right?
No, I mean, I'm a main character kind of guy. I like
Gene Starwin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Your favorite female character is Aisha Clan, though, right?
Mine is.
Yeah, I guess.
Look at these sellouts. Yeah. Look at these. Twilight Suzuka. All right? That's all I'm saying. She was a technically proficient fighter.
Who totally lost to Gene in the first episode.
Everybody lost to Gene. He gets lucky. That's his only skill in life.
It's the best.
No,
he's a complete loser who takes on debt constantly and wins through luck.
I mean, is he a loser then? It sounds like
Mortrick
to me.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a loser to me. It sounds like he
goes to jail at one point. He goes to jail on the planet where they put people who get out of jails. He gets put on a planet that literally is an entire prison complex.
Hilda's the best, though.
Hilda's there for like 2 episodes.
And she's the best.
Hot Ice Hilda is all right.
She dies in a ball of fire.
That doesn't make her the best. I mean, okay.
I'm just saying.
Face.
To finish my outro.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm gonna kick it to Shep. What are you doing?
Watching Outlaw Star now.
Yeah. I think I have to watch Outlaw Star. I've never seen it.
Do you even know what Outlaw Star is? Or are you like?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen any episodes.
I think it's on YouTube. You could probably just type it in.
Only the first 5 episodes or so.
I mean, it'll be on Crunchyroll. You can probably watch it for free there.
Yeah, that too.
I know Evie and I are working through Dark Shadows for the next couple of years. So
I don't know what that is.
That's probably all the TV I'm gonna watch.
Babylon 5.
I mean, I guess.
Really? Babylon 5 is one of the greatest science fiction series in existence.
This Picard show coming out later this year, that's going to be amazing.
Let me tell you something. You are a fan of Lost, are you not, Mick?
I am.
All right, let me tell you something. Every season of Lost was written independently. J.J. Abrams said, what's a cool thing we can work the whole season towards? A question that we don't answer. And then the beginning of the next season is, let's answer that question immediately. What's the new question we're going to answer? All right? Babylon 5 is 5 seasons of television that were written from the very beginning, before the show ever started. Every character who needed to be replaced had a secondary character who could come in and replace them, just in case the actor had to leave. And in several cases, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Babylon 5, the fucking show Bible for it, is an incredibly complex choose-your-own-adventure, and it was all done by one writer.
Yeah, I love that guy. J. Michael Straczynski, he is the best.
Yeah, Babylon 5 is amazing.
I'll be honest, I've never seen
season.
The first season is the worst season. It's literally the actual worst.
I love it whenever we talk about this stuff, because the worst is Mick's always the favorite. And vice versa.
The first season is very slow and sets up the whole universe, and everything from that point, like the main actor gets replaced with another guy, and then everything picks up from there. It becomes an action series rather than a slow political drama.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to watch.
So you're saying the Box Lightner years are the best? That was the second guy. The actor's name was Box Lightner.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the guy ends up becoming president.
Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah, the guy who ends up becoming president.
Yeah.
Captain, whatever.
Yep.
I mean,
okay.
the first guy that they had being the commander was like released because he was paranoid delusional and was having trouble being on the show without like stabbing people.
Jesus.
They addressed it publicly a couple years ago.
Damn.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch it now. Now it's much more interesting. All right, so I'm robSHEPart. So for those who don't know me, I draw on Twitch. It's always D&D based characters and creatures and monsters, and I can do commissions of your characters if you choose to have me do that. And on all social media, it's the same, robSHEPart. So I hope to see you guys come visit me, and I'll be streaming again later tonight as well.
All right, look, I have one suggestion for you, all right? You ready for this?
Yeah.
I want you in Stars Without Numbers to play yourself as captain of a starship. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
All right. You will have the military rank of commander. And that way, you can go around saying, I'm Commander SHEPart. And I can't even finish it. I fucking got bearded immediately. I'm Commander SHEPart. And this is my favorite shop on the Citadel.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
God damn it. Favorite what? Shop on the what?
My favorite shop on the Citadel.
Sorry, it's a Mass Effect reference.
Mass Effect game.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm Commander SHEPart. And this is my favorite shop on the Citadel.
Got it.
But then you go to every shop and say that just to collect all the extra money.
That's hilarious.
Do we have anybody else's outro to do before I kept interrupting constantly?
I think we just have a happy birthday wish to Connor is all.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Birthday to you. You have to say it backwards.
Birthday, dear Connor.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
We're coming. We are dangerously close to my dream of one day having a barbershop quartet on stream.
Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
No. Let me tell you something. I thought I was a good singer. I used that Twitch Sings program and listened to a recording of me singing. No. Just no. No one is as good at singing as they think they are unless their name is Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I only sing in the car. I never sing in public.
Yeah, I know how you feel. That's it. That's it for this episode. That's it for Mick. He'll be back in a while. Now, let me tell you, people on YouTube, how this is going to go. I'm not making another playlist. It's all just going to be one on the tabletop playlist. So if you're looking to skip into the future, probably we aren't there yet. But if we are there, the episode title will read D&D instead of Stars Without Numbers. So just keep scrolling down on the playlist until you get there. That's assuming you don't want to watch us playing Stars Without Numbers for some reason. I mean, maybe you don't. Not like I care. Idiot. Just in case you're wondering, Mick.
Oh my gosh. I saw a whole bunch of Sundere t-shirts at Fanime, and I thought of you guys, and I really wanted to get one.
Huh. That's not like I would think of you in that way. That's it. Have a good night, y'all. Oh, yeah, I should probably do the end card thing. No, the stream is ending.